Hello, my name is Kevin Schrader. I'm the Technology Evangelist for Zen Technologies, and what we're going to be doing today is showing you how you can create an application, a mobile-based application, running both on the Android platform and the Apple iOS platform. So the first thing we're going to do is going to click on New and create a new Flex and Mobile PHP project. Just going to simply call it Test PHP. And what I need to do to make this accessible from the devices that I'm going to be testing with is I'm going to specify my local IP address, and this way the individual devices on my local network can connect to it. I'll validate the configuration and ignore the warning. Create a new test flash application, click on next, and here you can see you can specify the different types of platforms that you can have available for this individual runtime. I'm going to select a blank application template, and I'm also going to let the screen automatically scale for the different screen densities of the different devices. I'm going to be running on an Epic, and I'm also going to be running on an iPad, and those clearly have different screen sizes. So I'll click on Finish then. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Test PHP project, and I'm going to create a new service called the Me service. We're going to have one method in here. And it's going to return my Twitter handle. I'll save it and then right-click on that file and click on Create PHP Service for Flex. This will then initialize the service in the Flash-based application. So I'll click on Finish. This will then create the service, and we're just going to do one more thing to get this thing up and running. I'm going to go into the gateway.php file, and I'm going to add one command here, set or add directory, and there's a variable name here called services.dir. We're going to put that in there. So we've got that running there, and now we just want to quickly test this to make sure that it's working, and we see that we get a response coming back from the service. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our Flash application here, and we're going to just simply drag a label on the screen. We're also going to then emulate the Samsung Epic, because that's what we're going to be running it on. Drag the data service onto the label, hit OK, hit save, and we now have that service call bound to that label. So we're going to right-click on the MXML file, go to Run As and Mobile PHP Application, and the first thing we want to do is we just want to test it, make sure that's working. So I'll select the Google Android, and on the desktop I will specify the Epic as the runtime, hit Apply, hit Run. And we see that my Twitter handle is up and running there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that runtime configuration and we're going to run it directly on the Android device. So I'm just going to go to the runtime configuration, click on Device, and we'll bring up the phone here. And I'm going to hit Run. And this is then going to install and run the application directly on the device that we have up and running. So we have the application running, and you see on the top that I have my Twitter handle available there. So we had the application do a successful service call to my local machine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this exact application and we're going to run it on the Apple iOS device. There's a couple of things that we need to do to set that up. So we're going to go to the Run Configurations, and we're going to specify the target platform as the Apple iOS, and we're going to run it on the device. And because we're not too worried about speed and optimization, we're going to specify the fast packaging method. This is significantly faster than the standard packaging method, but the application also runs significantly slower. Now, in order to actually run on the iOS platform, you need to get some information from Apple. You need to have a developer account, and so we're going to click on Configure. I have all this information already available, so I'm going to go to Browse. I'm going to go to my directory here, and I have the P12 file there. I'm also going to specify a provisioning file as well. These are both files that you get from Apple. And these will specify which devices you can actually run the test part of your application on there. So hit Apply, hit OK. And we're going to hit Run. Now what this is going to do is not going to actually install it and run it on the device. Instead, what it's going to do is it's going to create a package. And what we need to do is then install that package directly in iTunes. So I'll go to my iTunes here. and I will drag it onto here. We see that we have test flash debug, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sync my iPad. You see that it's installing test flash debug, and we're going to run it. And we see the service call has been made and my Twitter handle is now available at the top. So this is what you basically need to get up and running for an Android and an Apple iOS based platform running off of Flash Builder for PHP.